The Indy 500 has become the defining event for Indiana, the spectacle that sets us apart.
That's why talk of any real or perceived threat to it strikes such a chord of concern.
Russ McQuaid looks back now at the race that's at the heart of this whole debate.
The home of the Indianapolis 500 was carved out of 320 acres of West Side farmland. Built as a proving ground for automakers, the Brickyard was already a favorite of picture postcard artists.
Hello, sis. Nick and I are just having the times of our lives. Went out to Riverside this afternoon, and at Wonderland at night, we've taken it all, I think. I am dead on my feet.
When the green flag was dropped on the first 500 in 1911, Ray Haroon was racing solo.
We designed this car to carry one man. I figured I could save weight and get more speed by riding alone.
Nearly 7 hours later, at an average speed of 75 miles per hour, Ray Haroon won the first 500-mile race. But it wasn't until 1925 that a driver cracked the century mark over the course of the entire 500 miles.
And then, the checkered flag, painted a pole, for the first time in the history of this great race, has driven to a brilliant victory at an average speed of over 101 miles per hour. Records are shattered.
And records continue to fall in the 30s and 40s to drivers like Wilbur Shaw and Maury Rhodes.
Well, Wilbur, going to finish in the money today?
Well, if we don't, it certainly won't be the fault of these babies.
Maury, what's the best thing on wheels here today?
Right there is the best thing on wheels.
Those wheels rolled across the legendary bricks, with sometimes jarring and tragic results.
And more than one pilot who tried to blend too much courage with his horsepower has gone out of the race in a grinding crash of broken, twisted steel. Just another item in the price of progress.
But progress ground to a halt during World War II as the race was canceled and the track fell into disrepair.
You could see how dilapidated the buildings were and how it was all grown up in weeds, and it was really, really bad shape.
Enter Tony Holman, who, along with Wilbur Shaw, rebuilt the track and began a new Indianapolis 500 tradition.
May 30th, 1946, and 185,000 spectators from far and near gathered to witness a thrilling contest featuring the skill of daring drivers.
The fans began a few traditions of their own and manufactured memories to last a lifetime.
This track means things more to people than what a lot of people realize. People have their lives wrapped up in that.
One of those was the late driver Rich Vogler.
Well, I guess that was his goal from the day he was born. He just, little did I know, that's all he ever wanted to do was win Indianapolis.
But Vogler never did win at the show. He finished 8th in 1989 and was killed the next year in a racing crash. But for every tragic loss, there were more than enough heroic wins and memories to go with them.
Mine happened to be that Penske wasn't in the race, but I also heard details about one year when Mario Andretti won, I believe. He gave the Queen a little bit more of a quick kiss than what she expected.
This is the Indianapolis, where you can always expect the unexpected.
But you go back year after year for the tradition.
Jim Nagler singing Back Home in Indiana, you know, I mean, I would almost pay money just to go and hear that and watch the balloons go up and watch the bands go around and the celebrities and the fans. So it's more than just a race.
Well, ask any race car fan and they will tell you that the most dangerous part of a race is often the start. Drivers and machines